Hello, my name is Chris, and in this tutorial on the Best Choice Print website, we'll be looking at designing your own custom plastic hockey stick. So let's go ahead and hit Custom Hockey Sticks. And the next page to load is the different types of sticks that you can choose from in terms of the theme. A lot of them range from different types of themes. So for birthdays, sporting events, corporate events, you name it, we probably have it. But for this tutorial, let's look specifically at, I'm just going to search it here. Sorry about that. Let's look at the PGHS001 mini hockey sticks for teams. Click on that and select the different types that we want. So let's say I want 40 of these. A bit of an exaggeration. I know there's not many teams with 40 goalies, but I just want to showcase what the site can do for you. So anytime we adjust elements up here, the cost will be reflected to that. So you can see the total cost here, and as well as the cost for each individual unit. Below that, you have the shipping field. So let's just put in a pseudo postal code here. Click on Get Rates. And the site will generate a cost for you for shipping. So you have three choices here, but we'll stick with the default, which is the middle one here. Below that, you can add your name to your job, or if you have additional instructions for this order, you can also place them here. But for the sake of this tutorial, we'll leave these two blank and hit Customize Order. Now, before we actually proceed with the actual designing of the goalie stick, I just want to showcase a few things for you. In terms of new features that we implemented. Some of the features might be very subtle, but they can be very impactful in your design. And hopefully in this tutorial, I can showcase how to utilize those new features in your design. So I think the best practice here is to jump right in. So let's select the logo here and replace it with something else. So you can see here we have four tabs. You have the My Images, which allows you to select images from previous order if you're a returning customer. The My Computers tab, which is pretty straightforward. The Facebook tab, which allows you to log into your Facebook account, and you can choose a photo from an album within your Facebook account. And next to that is the Instagram, which is quite similar to your Facebook, so you have to log in and select the image from your Instagram account. But for the sake of this tutorial, we'll just hit My Computer and select the image from our desktop here. So we'll just select this one here. And then we're just going to crop it. And I just want to make a note here that there's a dialog box that showcases that the image is of a high quality and it's good for printing. So sometimes when you see images on the screen, they look great, but it doesn't necessarily translate well to printing. So for industry standards to have really great prints, we want images that are 300 dpi or more. So dpi stands for dots per inch. So the more dots you have within an inch, the better quality image that will be printed. Any lower than that, you run into the risk of having very fuzzy or pixelated images. So again, a note, for really crisp and nice looking images, we want images to be 300 dpi or more. Let's hit finish cropping here and let the site process our image. So right now I'm not really happy with where the image is placed, so I'm going to do something crazy here. I'm just going to rotate it, and to rotate it, you're just going to simply click on the handle here and just rotate it. We're just going to crop it, or not crop it, but resize it. And I'm going to try to get all the team members in here. So you know what? I'm quite happy with that. So I'm going to leave it like that. Then you can play around with the text. I'm going to put Bulldogs 2014 season. Let's make that all caps. I'm just going to stretch it out a little bit more. Okay, place that there. I'm going to change the font style. So this is one of the new features I sort of previously talked about. In the past, we didn't have the ability to showcase the preview for the font, so a lot of the times you would have to guess what the font will look like by selecting it and seeing if you liked it or not. But with this, it sort of eliminates a lot of those steps. So you can quickly look at what the font will look like and then select it. Now, granted, you might have to choose 2 or 3 times, but it greatly aids in reducing the number of steps of choosing what types of fonts you want. So I'm quite happy with that. So I'm going to keep the font size of 40. The line spacing here allows you to play with the spacing between lines within a given text field. So you can increase or decrease to your liking. You can also play around with the character space. So it's somewhat similar to the line spacing, but instead this plays around with the spacing between the characters rather than the lines. The alignment allows you to play with the text within the field, so you can shift it to the left, right, middle center, left center, bottom center, you name it. But for the sake of this, we'll keep it at middle center. And I'm going to change the color of this to a darker red. So I like that. I'm going to play around with the back graphic here. I'm going to see what's available to us. As you can see here, a preset gallery will pop up. I like the red actually because it sort of matches all of this together. Yep, you know what? I like that a lot actually. So you can also play around with if you want it to make it more bold, italicize or underline it. You can play around with the opacity, so make it more faded or more bold. Below that, you have the rotational button. This is somewhat similar to the rotational button up here. The only difference is this allows you to rotate any given element that's selected, to rotate that on intervals of 90 degrees clockwise. So I'll just quickly showcase that to you. All right. And then you can also play around with the arrangement. So if you have many different elements, like on this stick here, some things you want to be more predominant. So if I select this, I can click on bring forward and brings it all the way to the forward of the template. Or if I want to make it more subtle, you can simply click on the center back and then you send it back and it will be less predominant. With that, I'm quite happy with everything on this plastic player stick. So I'm just going to go to the checkout button here. Click on that, and then it's sort of a proofing stage appears. This is sort of like one final step before you proceed with your order. We just want to make sure you're happy with your order, so make sure everything that you've put on the stick is correct in terms of the color, the photo that you uploaded, and also the spelling is correct if you've written anything on the stick. Once all that's complete, you can click on I accept the conditions, and then hit continue. And at this point, you're pretty much done with the design of your Goalie stick. If you have any questions regarding your design, or any other further questions regarding your design or your order, you can simply click on the help button here, and a window will pop up, and simply type in your email and your question regarding your order, and either click on email us or chat with us, and a CSR will get to you as quickly as possible. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Again, my name is Chris, and I hope you have a great time designing your own plastic Goalie stick. Thanks, and bye.